Welcome to Mystery Whiskey Theater.
Whiskey Mystery Theater?
Whiskey Mystery Theater. If you ever seen Mystery Science Theater, then you know exactly what we're getting ready to do. We're going to watch something, we're going to talk through it. So I did a blind over here with Scott, by the way, one of our Patreon members.
Hi.
Part of the family. I'm Matt, that's Gus. We're doing the thing.
Usual suspects.
Yeah. So we had sent out blind samples to some hunters that we know, and we had them film themselves tasting it, and we're just going to taste along. So I'm going to go ahead and start pouring these samples out for me. But we're just going to follow along. So I did something a little different. I did blends. None of those guys knew that. They just got blind whiskey bottle samples. So we're just going to kind of watch their reaction and taste with them and see if we can taste what they're tasting. I told them to shout themselves out, do all that stuff.
We got to do this in
sync.
So is it going to be 1, 2, 3, then hit, or 1, 2, and then hit on 3?
Hit on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
1, 2,
3.
Matt, add this out.
That's pretty good.
All right, so we're doing something a little different at the deer lease today. Today we're going to have a little whiskey sampling for whiskey and whitetails.
Today we're going to do some sample tasting from whiskey and whitetails. I'm Butch.
And I'm Lance.
Hey, Butch.
My name's Dom Gatto from Dom Gatto Photography.
What's up, Dom Gatto?
Find me on Instagram at dom.iwc, also at domgattophoto.com. Let's start with sample number 1.
All right, sample 1.
Easy drink. Not really high proof. This doesn't taste like it. Goes down really smooth.
Smooth.
Reminds me of smooth. This is the kind of whiskey I would have just sipping with a cigar. It's actually the perfect kind.
I also love how Dom just throws them back.
That's fine. That was good.
So sample number 1 is Knob Creek 9-year and the Michters Sour Mash blended together.
Enjoy bourbon. We're not some bourbon experts.
By no means. And, we've gone through and kind of developed our smell and our taste together over the last couple of years, but relative to some of the people out there, we're pretty novice.
I'm not getting anything real strong.
No, actually, it's a very light nose, if you ask me.
We did ask you.
I do get some vanilla.
Vanilla, get a little traditional corn, maybe a little cherry.
Yeah, I could get that.
Let's go. Cheers.
Cheers.
To whiskey and whitetails. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Cheers to you.
Yeah, cheers to you guys. Thanks for doing this for us.
Very nice. Very
What do you think, Scott?
I feel like I'm getting some rice.
Smooth.
My man.
This guy gets it.
Yeah.
You're now an expert.
This
That's all you need to know.
Level 1 sommelier. Yep.
Or high ride.
Yep. Praise.
I'm getting some vanilla. I'm getting a little bit of maybe a brown sugar.
I could get some brown sugar in
That's
that.
my guess.
Yeah.
It's more of a high ride, either high ride bourbon or a rye in general. What do you think the proof is?
That's interesting because
90
Hard to say.
they were talking about the palate.
90 to 100 would probably be correct.
A solid medium finish.
Does have a solid
They're
medium.
really nice every day.
I'm going to put this
What do you think,
somewhere
Gus?
in the 100 to low hundreds.
And I just
Yes.
so happened to decide to do it out here in the woods.
He had the
So then
best
we had
audio.
3 samples of
Look at that. He even
whiskey
did his own
that
B-roll.
we were sent, and we're going to try each
Look at that.
one of these and see which one is our favorite. Maybe see what kind of flavors we get out of each of them. Since we're out in the woods, I'm a little unprepared. So we'll be drinking it out of a good old mason jar.
My man.
Sample number 1.
Well, clear that
Off the
audio
bat,
that's
I've
outside.
got a good hint of some oak and some caramel, I believe it is. Very smooth. Very smooth. I like that.
That's too
I
smooth.
usually drink my whiskey with an ice cube, but I'm drinking these neat today. But even neat, I could probably drink the rest of this without a problem. This is a great whiskey. I really like this one. I approve of that one. I could regularly drink this
Yeti
one
product
here, for
placement.
sure.
You see that?
Sample
Yeah.
2, actually light as well.
Yes. I would say even.
And it has a nice coating in the glass. This one especially.
Oh, we're on number 2.
That's light.
Oh, they are number 2?
In my opinion.
Number 2 is Smooth Ambler, the Big Level, and Old Granddad. Bottle and Bond.
Not a
Oh.
rye.
I'm getting a little
100
bit of
Nice.
cinnamon, maybe even a little bit
There
of
is some
orange zest.
cinnamon to
Yeah,
that.
you get the orange zest for sure.
That
Sure,
cinnamon
sure.
comes from that old granddad.
Mhm.
Sample 2.
Hmm.
I like
I have a
that.
bottle of
You know,
that at the
It's the
house.
first thing that comes to mind.
Garrison Brothers.
No, you're
I
supposed to
know.
say.
I'm sorry. I know we're not supposed to, but it came across.
There's a lot
like
of cinnamon in that.
The waxy taste,
It does.
and
And I know
a
it-
little bit.
that
We,
waxy
went
taste
down
they're
to
talking
Texas.
about,
We
it's
were
that
pretty
bread
pumped
top.
up to try Garrison
They don't
Brothers
like
on
it
the
from
hunt.
Garrison Brothers.
Early this spring.
I told them not to guess what these
And,
were.
we're all pumped up. We get the Garrison's brother, and we did.
What do you think, Scott?
Yeah, that's a lot of
small
cinnamon.
batch.
Yeah,
And then we had honeydew.
And
So I
Single
chose some
barrel.
big red.
And the honeydew was.
It's pretty interesting.
Least of our favorites.
Yes.
So comes down to palate, but we felt like it was this, like we were tasting wax from the cap or something more than anything. It just
And I got
overwhelmed
that.
us.
I got this out of the smell. I'm not saying it is that, but that's what it reminds me of.
Somewhere there, along with some nuttiness.
So
Reminds me of
I
chewing
like one better.
a stale.
Right now, I'm gonna say a
mint.
little bit. Just I
Mint?
definitely like one
Yeah,
better.
yeah.
Yeah.
The cinnamon,
too.
but then it's kind of like
It's a little spicy.
the stale from the bread top type.
yeah.
That's something I would probably order with like before dinner. Yeah, that one right there. That's
Before
tasty.
dinner.
You know, I like number one.
It is
The taste
spicy.
of It's the first one, but number two, so far I'm really enjoying.
What do you think Dom
All
would
right,
order for dinner?
on to sample number
that?
2. I'm down here in Texas.
He seems like a
today,
steak guy.
East Texas. It is about 89
What do you think?
degrees. Late
I think
September.
he's
This
a
is
steak
normal
guy,
for us,
too.
but
That
we
or a
just
kid's
deal
meal.
with it. Luckily, there aren't a whole
Chicken
lot
tenders
of
at the
mosquitoes
Mexican
out
restaurant?
today. I came out here to do
Nice
some
milk
things
steak.
around the lease,
Yeah.
fill up feeders.
He definitely
check
looks
on
like a milk drinker
cameras,
too.
Just kind of
Oh,
overall
100%.
check on
Yeah, yeah.
things. Next week is our bow opener, so I'm
Oh, open.
excited.
That's how old
I'll
this
be
is.
hunting at this very
He hadn't
spot
even started
here
hunting
next weekend. Sample 2 smells a lot stronger than sample number 1. Let's see what it tastes like. Definitely hotter.
Mm-hmm.
Sample 2 is definitely hotter. It's still good. It's still a great whiskey, but it's hot.
They're all around
I
the same
don't prefer
proof.
my whiskeys very hot. So
Is
this
it by
one
design
here,
or
Yeah,
just,
I did that
if I was to
intentionally.
go between 1 and 2, I'd stick with number 1 here.
Let's try sample number 3.
Sample 3
I don't like
is
that one.
Early Times Bottled and Bond, Evan Williams Bottled and
I don't like
Bond
that one at all.
blended together. Dom does
It's
not
got
like it.
Almost like a medicinal
Bottom
taste
bun squared.
towards the end
That's
of
it.
it there. I mean, 1 and 2 I really enjoyed. This one seemed like the most smooth. This one seemed a little higher proof, but it was still tasty. This one I didn't like at all.
There's not a lot to that, really.
Reminds me of like cheap whiskey. I guarantee.
Probably should have done this one
it's gonna
first.
come out that number 3 is like probably the best.
Not
of the
getting
best
much
of
on
the
the
best of
nose.
the
Yeah.
whiskey that they're giving us. I'm dead wrong.
No, you're right, Dom. It was cheap whiskey.
I didn't enjoy number 3. Then again, I'm not the expert.
Probably should have done this one first because it.
If I had to
I
rank
like both
these,
those whiskeys
I
by
would
themselves,
definitely say
Blended,
it's tough to
especially
choose
after
two,
drinking
but
those two, it just leaves me like,
1
feel like
and
it's missing
definitely
something.
3 in third
Yeah.
place, so
So Dom
Let's give
said
sample
2,
number
1,
3 a try and see
3.
what we have
2
here.
and 3.
I can't quite put my nose on that, but it is different. Not a bad different. It's just got a different smell to it.
Yeah, I don't
Might
think
be
they're that
the
good
oak in
together.
it. Wow.
They were when I tried it.
I thought this was going to be a strong whiskey, just
It's
by the way
funny
it
you can
smelled,
take two that are good by themselves, blend a little,
but it is
Yeah.
ridiculously
not good.
smooth.
Take two that are awful,
It's
blend
a
it right.
toss-up between
Yeah.
sample 3
Excellent.
and sample
Like
1.
the
A little bit oakier.
that smooth Ambler Big
Very
Level.
smooth.
Don't like it.
Yeah, let me try that
I was
again.
trying to get rid of it. That's why I
I'd
did
have
this.
to
I was
say
like,
it's a
I like Old
toss-up
Granddad.
between sample 1 and
Nice.
sample 3. Both unique in their taste, but both very smooth.
What do y'all think
Sample
about 3?
and sample 1 is a
Or what was your
toss-up for
favorite?
me. I could drink both of those.
The first
Don't get
one?
me wrong.
Same.
I can drink
I'd rank
sample
it 1,
2,
2,
but
3
it is a little
personally.
hot
Really?
for my taste. 1 and 3 definitely have my vote. I'd go with either one of those. They are both really good. They've got flavor, and they're both very smooth. And I'm drinking them neat. I don't normally do that. So if I can do it neat, I bet you with an ice cube,
If
those
he
are
can
gonna
do it,
be
you can do it.
extremely smooth whiskeys. My name's
You can
Juan
change.
Soto. I've got an
You can
Instagram
change.
channel
Juan
called
Soto, Soto
Fam
Fam
Hunt.
Hunt.
Feel free to
That's
give
it.
us a follow. I've also
Go
got a
check 'em out.
YouTube channel, which is also called Soto Fam Hunt. Basically, it's about my family and the woods.
Yeah.
I'm trying to raise my 3 boys. They're 14, 11, and 7, and just trying to keep them out here in the woods, get them hunting, staying outdoors. I think that you learn a lot of life lessons out here in the woods. And as a dad, I just want to be able to raise them and them always remember their life lessons that they learned out here in the woods with their dad.
There you go.
So thank you, Whiskey and Whitetails. I appreciate the samples.
Thank you.
Sample 1 and sample 3 have my vote. Both extremely good whiskeys, and thank you very much.
This is sample 3.
A little thinner. I'm getting a fruit, strawberry, cherry. They're all very mild to the nose. Maybe the thinnest. Cheers.
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 Sample 3.
Yeah.
Wow, this is much different.
By far, initial thoughts, favorite right out the right.
Really?
Yeah.
Everybody picked a
At least
different
3.
favorite.
Yes. Initial. I mean, I did not enjoy 2.
Two is least of my favorite
Yeah,
for
I
sure.
did not
Hands
enjoy
down.
2. And
I'm getting a nuttiness off of this. Some vanilla. So let's not leave off the finish. We said we talked
Yep.
about the finish. This has got a decent finish.
Mhm.
I'm going off of memory here, but well, this one's hanging around.
Sample 2 had a strong finish, but I didn't enjoy it.
It's
It
funny how
was
everybody's
not-
palate's so different.
Sample
I don't know.
1 didn't have a strong finish to me. It had a nice. Had a
I
nice
might
palate.
like number 2 better.
I think I like 2
I think
better.
sample one had a
I
solid
like the cinnamon in number
After I
2.
just finished it, I think I do like it better.
Sample 1's a great everyday drinker that I would enjoy.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with my election of a high rye bourbon. Office 1 because I'm still.
We should
getting
give him
some barn.
A full Glen of Gallon while he's here.
Who?
Scott.
But I definitely get the
Oh,
rye.
man. That's not very nice.
They're all very different. I will say that.
It's an experience. You want to try the worst whiskey of 2021?
Bring it.
Bourbon.
Grab it,
What do you
let him
think
try.
of the finish?
I'm gonna tell you,
Get your fresh glass.
Oh, boy.
I feel like the one has more of that like almost like a element of a rye spice in the finish.
I enjoyed one.
I did too.
You know, we both like High West.
Fancy pants bottle.
type,
There you go.
which is
It's
rye.
the worst whiskey of
You guys
2021.
try it.
Let us know what you think.
I think that's
Good luck.
either a high rye bourbon or a
Every
rye.
bit of positive effort in making
And
that
allspice.
whiskey went into the
Go
I
bottle.
along.
enjoyed. Right now, my pick is 1, 2, 3.
Because everything else was
Or
done
1, 3,
terribly.
2.
How do I even hold this
That
thing?
would be mine. I thought you were gonna say 3-1-2.
1, 3, 2.
1,
But yeah.
3, 2. I thought by far 2 has the nicest legs. You know, it's
Oh, I poured way too much.
You're going to have to drink it too.
You look at the legs on the glass.
Tell me it's the
but
worst
mouthfeel-
whiskey and I pour a lot.
I felt
It's
like
terrible,
it had a
dude.
little bit of a better mouthfeel, a little bit more oil content.
Don't puke on this table.
I just getting a lot of wax. And I guess I
Shouldn't
yet
have smelled it.
to understand what the wax tastes.
Just shoot it and
I
commute it.
think it has something to do with Texas oak. I'm not sure. I'm not educated. I'm not
I
studying.
don't enjoy it.
What do you think?
Oh,
Alright, so the sample. Maybe just send
Yeah,
3
it's not
sample
good.
ones next time.
is that like licorice?
Yeah, we can send those samples next
But
time.
Yeah, we can send a sample one.
There's only one whiskey that
We should send them samples of that.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's not that I don't enjoy this. It's just that
Pick-
I
pick-
enjoy these
pick
other
the
two
worst.
a lot
And send 3.
Yeah, I agree with
And they're all that.
Overall, I'm looking at-
We're going to send some blinds out to Patreon, guys,
Um,
and
genuinely enjoy bourbon choice
spread out over
or
this
rye
year.
or
And you're not going
whiskey.
to know when, but one of them's going to
East
have
Texas is one that we've
that in it.
ever had
Yeah.
that we did not enjoy. But
And I think, we
So I guess they picked
really
1,
enjoy going
Yeah, they
from
3, 2.
everything
Yeah.
From some of the high octane,
1, 3, 2.
really
For sure.
spicy ryes.
I'm 2, 1,
all the way
3.
back to
But I am.
a nice mellow.
Yeah, I think I'm
sweet
2, 1,
beer that
3.
maybe doesn't have
1, 2, 3 for
the
me.
best finish,
1, 2,
but
3.
Yeah.
got a really good mouthfeel and a mid palate,
Mouthfeel.
and everything in between. So, it's not that I don't think that we're one way or the other too much, but for some reason that waxy, nutty end is probably. the
I
one
definitely
enjoy
know what they're talking about with the wax.
Very
Yeah.
flavorful.
It's not wax to
well, you
me,
can
but
finish this off.
I
You
could
have
see how it
some
could be.
sample
Yes,
one.
definitely.
I think that's the winner.
Yes, sir.
So sample 1's the winner. I think both from a palate and a nose. Sample 2 came in last. Initial thoughts, I thought sample 2 was going to be the best. If you were just like that oil coating feel
You were going off of
Yeah.
the viscosity.
and made you let down.
Viscosity.
And 3 was just okay. Nothing. Just tasted like a normal everyday bottle. And
yeah, it was. You guys are good. You're right.
Like crazy.
You have to use
expensive
words
bottle that
like-
we're all searching for. I hope
Yeah.
that's not the case.
If you go back,
Legs.
right, our first blind that we did,
Legs.
And
we
viscosity.
put a bottle that
Viscous.
we
My legs
loved
are very
Especially-
viscous.
and we were both pursuing, and
Especially
we
when
got
you're
more up
among-
behind it,
Oh,
and we
When you're among-
Bourbon personalities.
We thought it was like God's gift.
You have to make sure that everyone knows and you keep up your street cred
Yeah.
as
Bourbon personalities.
at least somebody said that. I clipped that from someone on YouTube, yeah. Referring to himself as a bourbon personality. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Don't focus on the label or the hype. Focus on
If there was a bourbon personality, though, he would be it. So it's fair.
That's the one thing
It's just a weird thing to call
He's very
yourself.
self-aware.
Yeah.
That's good. That's a very polite way to put it, Scott.
they do have some good bottles. I had
Oh
that one
man,
that we,
why'd you make me drink
picked up
this?
It's bad, right?
Yeah.
that- I forgot what it's
You
called.
don't have to drink it.
You don't have to drink it.
I don't think anyone has ever finished.
It's a good
I
bottle.
definitely dumped all of my samples out.
But, regardless,
I almost puked. I have video of me almost puking drinking that.
There's a lot of people. It's very popular out there. So
It is.
obviously,
Dude, it's just
different-
not.
different
It's like
flavor profiles.
crappy candy store
They're preferred by
licorice.
different
What it
people,
tastes
but-
like.
That's what you get out of
Yeah,
it,
I think
licorice?
relative to
Yeah.
that explanation,
Mm.
definitely.
Where is this from? How did
I think that I probably forgot to
You
trim
got up to a little bit more than you did, relatively speaking.
this. I think we're done.
I'm sorry, 3.
Oh, is this towards the end?
Yeah, I think it's over.
I'm
Okay.
just over here shitting on a random whiskey that they're
No,
not
there's like
talking about.
20 seconds left or something.
Cool. So, thank you again, Whiskey and Whitetails.
Thank you.
Much
Thank you.
appreciated.
Yeah, good deal. And
Working man bow hunters.
This is the season for hunting for both bourbon
Hmm
and whitetail and elk. So
And king salmon.
It was when they made this.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry this is so late. I just couldn't figure out what to do with it.
Thank you again.
Cheers and thank you much.
Yeah. Cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
So to give it the rundown again, that was Knob Creek 9, Michters Brown mixed together for the first one. Michters Brown. The Michters, the sour mash. Is it sour mash? Just the regular.
Just Michters?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a sour mash.
Yeah. And then Smooth Ambler, the Big Level, mixed with Old Granddad. These were all 50-50. And then Early Times and Evan Williams for the third.
Ball
So it
and
looks
bod.
like most people picked number 2, except for Working Man. They picked 1. And I don't think anybody really liked 3. So was 3 better than Go Long?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now we're talking. So at least I did that right. And this is a real company. So, and I'm just some guy. Yeah, that wraps it up. That was all we had. Real quick and easy. Thank you for joining us for the first episode of
That's his first name.
what?
Some guy Young.
Some guy, Guy Young. Yeah.
Some guy Go Long.
Go Long. It could be Guy Young.
Guy Young Go Long.
Go Long? Go Long? I don't know how you say it. I have someone that I can ask,
I
though.
cannot go
Single
along with
malt
that
whiskey.
though.
Hmm?
It's just not a good
I
single
cannot
malt.
go along with that whiskey though.
No, I
It's-
can't go along with that whiskey either.
No. No, I cannot. It's disgusting. So thanks for joining us for the first. We're probably going to do these again, but in different settings.
Different settings. We'll watch some different videos. We'll probably poke fun of some various,
Bourbon personalities.
or maybe hunting personalities.
Hunting, I think we should start with hunting because
Hunting
if we
is-
start making fun of bourbon, if we start making fun of,
Oh,
Bourbon personalities.
it's probably going to piss them off because you know how
Bourbon
sensitive,
personalities.
yeah,
sorry.
are.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so we'll probably start with the hunting shows, and then once people are like, "Oh, this is just a thing they do,"
Right.
then we'll start hitting up the
Bourbon personalities.
correct. So, all right, well,
It's a good plan.
yeah, it's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
All right, to Ridgeville we go.
All right, guys.
Take it easy.
Adios.